My account was just terminated this morning. Could someone help me on how to appeal and get it back? As an independent contractor, we can't touch an unsecured overfilled cart. Throw the top packages off into the return bin and mark them as damaged.
Look at this 3-hour route. 3-hour route. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Thank you.
This right here is the unfortunate reality that you have to face every single time you decide to deliver for Amazon Flex. I can't tell you how many times that I went there and had a cart that looked exactly like this, and this just screams, like, even just this top package, guys. And remember, you have to go down the ramp. Everybody knows this. I show you guys in the videos. If you haven't done this before, don't do a sub same day station. You have to take this all the way out to your car. So the chances of any of the boxes on top falling down, very high.
Look at this 3-hour route. 3-hour route, okay? Barely boosted, and they're doing me like that.
The person that posted this said they tried giving me this unsafe cart, then tell me that they're not responsible for restacking it properly and to call driver support. Who they're referring to, by the way, is going to be the warehouse personnel, most likely the manager. A person commented on this post as well and said, I just told people to start calling into the emergency line and tell them that it's an OSHA violation, which it is. As an independent contractor, we can't touch an unsecured overfilled cart. People better learn each violation is $1,500 on Amazon, which is crazy, by the way. I didn't know that. The person that made the post also updated and said that support unassigned the route, so they didn't end up taking the route, and that they put in a ticket so that they could get paid. They explained as well that they use ChatGPT in order to give support the proper messaging, which is actually used a lot now to make sure that you sound professional and that you're correct. They also said that they had about 6 violations in just the picture alone, which I don't doubt. Something that's funny and that you'll see a lot too is someone else commented on this post and said to throw the top packages off into the return bin and mark them as damaged. A lot of people do, by the way. They'll take the whole top, because remember, all these carts, if you guys see where this ends, right, that is where they're not supposed to fill it up anymore because it becomes unsafe. When I used to work at an Amazon warehouse and we made these carts, but it was actually, they were called go-karts. You weren't allowed to build over them. And that's because someone in the warehouse that's going to end up having to move them, it could potentially fall on, and that's a huge lawsuit. Someone also responded and said 100% of the time I remove the top packages and leave them right there in the location I got the cart, which is wild. I can't, that's crazy. Let me show you this real quick. Let's type in deactivation and I'm going to show you. What about just today? Nope, nothing, of course. All right, past week. This person says they were deactivated for fraud. That's great. This is from 6 days ago as well. Amazon Flex account terminated. My account was just terminated this morning. Could someone help me on how to appeal and get it back? On December 24, 2025, I had car issues while still at the Bloomington, California station. Called support, left my cart with the management, and I believe they forgot to scan my cart in, and I got dinged with 48 packages, even after support said it would affect me. I think they meant wouldn't affect me, but what I think is wild, which I don't want to cross over, is they said I got dinged with 48 packages. Yes, you're gonna get dinged with all 48 because you return them. Regardless whether or not they scan them back in, does not matter. And now they think I stopped those. So how do I go about appealing? Which is gonna be wild. Amazon is getting tired of flexers having car issues as an excuse to not do the route. Yes, because people keep lying. That's the problem, right? This is the issue that you have to be worried about. Why? The reason why these carts were made like this is not because they're not supposed to be used for these types of boxes, right? These routes were never made to use 10 XL boxes or 4 boxes that are 40 pounds each. They were for poly mailers, medium, small, maybe 1 large box. That's it. Now they just say, whatever, the computer says the route is what it is, throw it all in the cart. And they're not going to down stack it. I don't fault the employees at this warehouse, by the way, because it's not their fault. It's really sad to say, but they're just being pushed so hard to get these routes out on the floor. Even while you're at the stations, you'll notice that they're on the speaker saying like, all right, we got 50 routes that need to go out right now. If you don't have this type of device, then that means that you should be putting the routes out and everything. So these guys are being pushed like crazy. They're in the same boat as us, okay? Just understand that. So the people that get mad at them and yell at them and all of that, it's wrong. Don't do that. But let's keep going through these comments because they're kind of juicy and they're only going to get better, I promise. How do you have a car issue when you were there? You started having issues just after you received the route. 31 upvotes, by the way. Like, telling you, they know, man. Like, they think Amazon is stupid. You know, the same thing happens to me when I get a downtown route. I don't know what it is, but I seem to have a habit of getting flat tires after leaving the lot when getting a downtown route, which 43 likes, right? It's hilarious. It happened to me twice. Both times after loading up, someone pointed out I started driving and I noticed I had a flat. Called driver support, had to remove all packages, change the tire, then went ahead and delivered along the route towards Discount Tires and got my tires replaced. Unfortunately, having 8 packages left and going over my allotted time, unless the package is like 30 minutes away or something, I can understand that. But if it's like around the area, just get them done. Even if you're quote unquote over time, they're only gonna punish you. Most of the time people go over time when it comes to these routes. It's mostly because they just don't know what they're doing yet. Some of these routes are bad, but 95% of the time, no, more like 99% of the time, you should never have to return any packages on a route. Rarely it'll take you the full route time. So if it's a 4-hour route, it took you 4 hours all the way. But I'm gonna promise each and every single one of you, once you get the rhythm, once you get the organization down, which doesn't take a lot of time, there's so much information out there, as well as that I show you, you're gonna be just fine. The same day routes are where you're going to have the most potential to have a terrible time and to very much use almost all of your time as well. Keep that in mind. Someone also commented that it's part of the gig, you have to have a reliable vehicle. We are so lucky to actually get any chance to get paid on a route that we didn't do any work for. I kind of think that's wild, especially when the wrongdoing, even though it's not your fault, even though all these things, right? It's not on you, but the fact that you have an opportunity to get a 50-50 chance on to get paid or not is wild to me. Because think, even if your car broke down, if I was working at the Amazon warehouse, one of the employees there, right? They're not getting paid. Yeah, they might have UPT, or even if they have paid time, they could try to use that. But that's because they accrued it. That's a benefit of having a W-2 job. If you know it's bad weather or knew you had car issues, the best thing would be to forfeit the route for somebody else to pick it up. They look at it now, some people will have a late delivery and someone else could have had the opportunity, so the whole thing is backed up. If you have a car that keeps having issues, quote unquote, they don't want to take the risk on you again and it happen again, especially when you went all the way there, then canceled at last minute due to car issues. It's like now you have issues as soon as you see what the route is. Just telling you how I'm assuming how they look at it. I have had 11 missing packages from my route once, completely out of my control. Week later, I got a ding saying I had 38 undelivered packages. Talked to support and they put in a ticket and everything. Still happened. Never trust support. If anything, I'd say text. You need to always follow up with the email. Support will tell you that the sky is green if they want you to get off the phone. Remember this as well. These are working people, guys. These are people with a job. They have a quota. They have a time limit on the phone. They are told to get people off the phone as fast as they can. They have a queue that they need to keep following. They have productivity they have to meet. People want to yell at them, blame them, and all of that. These guys are being pushed like crazy, and a lot of times they're in terrible conditions because remember, this is all outsourced. You can't blame the support. They're just trying to get you off the phone. Most of the time, they do submit a ticket, but whether or not Amazon will review that in a timely manner, that is something else. Bro, I'm crying in the club. Where did it go? Bro, did you take a 2.5-hour block? Yeah, don't take those. Whatever you do, don't do it. Don't take those 2.5-hour blocks. They're not worth it, I promise you. I was deactivated for the same thing. They supposedly had extra packages assigned to me that I didn't have 3 times that week. That's crazy. And when I returned the ones I had, because of a glitch, there was less packages to scan to return than there was originally assigned. Mind you, I never left the station. It also had it where I was supposed to deliver at 3 different 1-hour apart location. I showed this to the station manager. Yeah, I've seen this one time and I showed you guys on a video where it told me to pick up from a different station when I was at one of the stations. Like it's a glitch or something and they got it off from me. But yeah, I can't imagine. That is just, it's annoying. It told me that a lot of the times workers at the station didn't properly scan in the packages or put the packages I'm assigned in my cart, causing me to have missing or unassigned packages. That just means they're not rescanning after people are returning the carts. I hope we all know that. That means that they're not not checking to make sure that all the packages that were in that cart are accounted for. Just to let you know, that's kind of wild. Next day, I was deactivated. Even with all the evidence I had, contact notes on my account, they still denied me. Think of it like this. There are some things where you haven't delivered enough that you have a good standing or a big standing. I had a bunch of comments telling me that I didn't have to deliver the rest of the route when I did end up blowing that tire. The thing is, that is not considered a breakdown to me. I understand that some people don't have a spare tire even, that they're gonna have to get it towed or have to have a company come out and it takes an hour or whatever for them to come out, get a new tire on it and everything. That's a whole service, and I can only imagine how much money they have to pay. For myself, I say that a breakdown for me is that I have to call a tow truck. If I have to call a tow truck, that is where like I'm out. That's where you really have to return all the packages. I would tell anybody to do that because you don't have a car at that point. And even if you do, like all the packages are gonna be late. You gotta be careful, man. Like, I don't think people realize if one of these packages falls on your foot or something, you can't work. You're out. Always remember that. And this is something that I will never try to justify. I understand just getting packages off when it comes to the snow or whatever. Totally get that. This is like a whole different thing. And this has become normalized. Thank the person that actually posts this and anybody out there that's posting stuff like this, because this is the reality. This is what people need to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. To the next route.
We were at the last stop. It is currently 9:43. I think we made great time, even though we got held up at the station. It's all right. Put this right there for him.